Hi everyone, I'm John Renney and welcome to the Boneyard. The movie that I want to talk about today was one of many released at the height of the creature feature craze. But what makes this horror movie stand out to me is its blend of humour, horror and social commentary. In the realm of B-movies, there are many that are considered classics, but very few have achieved the cult status of Joe Dante's solo directorial debut, Piranha. It's no leap of the imagination to see that Piranha is a Jaws ripoff. The massive success of Spielberg's Jaws in 1975 spurred a wave of similar aquatic-themed horror films. Producer Roger Corman, known for his knack for capitalizing on cinematic trends, saw an opportunity to create a lower-budget version and asked Joe Dante, then a young trailer editor and co-director for New World Pictures, to direct. From the beginning, Dante was under no illusions as to what his first solo directing job was, and in the opening scenes, we see a homage to Jaws in the shape of a video game. For me, this is one of the many things that makes Piranha a great movie and elevates it above the rest, as it shows that Dante has a dark, self-referential and witty humour about his work, even in his very first feature.
But the piranhas.
What about the goddamn piranhas?
They're eating the guests, sir.
The horror humor hybrid that we see in Piranha would become a staple for Dante's style throughout his whole career, in movies like the excellent Matinee.
Yes, the atomic bomb is terrible. But more terrible still are the effects of atomic mutation.
The horror comedy The Burbs.
We're the lunatics! Us! It's not them!
And the favorite special effects movie of mine, Small Soldiers.
You got a lot of guts. Let's see what they look like.
Dante is a self-confessed creature feature and B-movie fan, and this is always shown in his work. He's a master of the genre, and since his earliest films like Piranha and The Howling...
You said on the phone that you wanted to get to know me. Well, here I am, Karen.
He has shown that he can scare the pants off us with his terrifying direction of effects and slow, well-timed build-ups to gruesome moments. But he can also make us laugh.
I have silver bullets in here.
Silver bullets, my ass.
And that for me is his true power. It is Dante's knowledge and blending of genres that gives him his trademark style. And in Piranha, he masterfully balances horror with humour, creating a film that is as funny as much as it is frightening. The dark humour and campy dialogue provide a refreshing contrast between the horror and the gore, making the film accessible to a much broader audience. And that's what makes the movie stand out in the ocean of Jaws ripoffs that we are still getting today, with hit streaming movies such as Under Paris, which owes a huge debt to Piranha's genetically modified killers, just as much as it owes a debt to Jaws. Even though Piranha was born in the shadow of Jaws, over time it's become its own beast and has a reputation for being a fan favourite from a visionary director early on in his career. Piranha also has a massive plus in that the script, written by John Sayles, is pretty excellent. Sayles is known for writing the similar movie Alligator, which is another brilliant Jaws ripoff, and what Sayles brings to Piranha is the satire and social commentary that he would become known for as a director, in serious dramas such as his underseen gem Mate One, about workers' unrest.
That were the start of the Great Coalfield War, and us miners took the worst of it.
No! Wait, no!
And his send-up of the hippie generation and the return of the Secaucus Seven. His script for Piranha cleverly critiques the dark side of the government.
You and Miss McGowan are the only two civilians who know about this project.
What the Colonel really means is that he'd like you to join us, become one of our team, as it were.
It figures.
And asks questions about the irresponsibility of military action, and even has a jab at the war in Vietnam, as the genetically engineered piranhas were originally created to be used as a weapon in the rivers of Vietnam, and they symbolize the unforeseen consequences of weapons of mass destruction and their careless handling that could one day potentially come back and hurt their creators. Piranha asks, should we really be creating these weapons if a simple mistake, like hitting the wrong switch, could destroy us all?
What are you doing?
Now I know that may sound a bit pretentious for a comedy horror like Piranha, but when you look at the body of work from its creators such as Dante and Sales, you can really see some common themes of social unrest and political views in a lot of their work.
Won't it ruin this part of the river?
Well, sometimes it's necessary to destroy in order to save.
The most obvious themes in Piranha being that the film also takes digs at the exploitative nature of consumer culture.
No, Colonel. Nobody knows about your investment.
The groundless panic of that kind wouldn't help our grand opening any.
Like the summer camp manager is shown as being a sleazeball who only cares about profits and the bottom line no matter the cost of lives and the lies that he tells.
No, Bob, it's completely false. There's not a word of truth to it, believe me. We already talked to the other newspapers about it.
And this highlights the dangers of caring only about profit over human safety and environmental concerns.
What the hell are you filming? What the hell are you filming?
It is a pretty deep movie when you look at it, and it has some themes that swim beneath the surface. Plus, it's always fun to theorize about movies, right? Piranha has spawned 3 sequels in the franchise and a pretty bad made-for-TV remake, which actually reutilized the footage of Dante's Piranha for its special effects. Piranha 2 is a guilty pleasure of mine, and we have a video coming out on that soon, so watch this space. And these sequels were all born from the trailblazing work, I would say, that Dante did on this film. The Piranhas were brought to life on a minuscule budget by pure creativity, using a combination of primitive puppetry and mechanical effects. Despite the limited budget, the effects team, led by the great Phil Tippett, who recently released his excellent longtime love project as director Mad God, made some fantastic, and I would say terrifying creatures that work perfectly for this movie. Because of the technical expertise of Dante and his team, with Piranha, a group of young filmmakers worked really hard to make a pretty great low-budget shocker. And we even have a cameo of the disembodied head of special effects wizard Rob Bottin, who went on to work on The Thing and RoboCop, who was only 18 years old when he did some of his early effects work on this film, creating the grisly death of actor Keenan Wynn. As I mentioned earlier, Dante is a B-movie historian, and everything he learned from watching all those monster movies growing up is employed here in Piranha. Early in the film, there is even a nod to the movies of special effects legend Ray Harryhausen, who pioneered stop-motion effects, and Dante shows that influence on his sleeve. To achieve the film's effects, Dante used proven old-style Hollywood techniques, such as reverse filming, models, miniatures, stop-motion, and animation. And most importantly, it is the creative editing that creates the realism of the Piranha attacks. To this day, the effects work still looks great, proving that hard work, knowledge of techniques and genre can create a great work when we get a director born from the genre who is as talented as Joe Dante. The man is a mountain of talent and film knowledge, and his background in editing played a crucial role in shaping the final film. He meticulously crafted the film's pacing to maintain tension, spending agonizing hours in the editing room, and that's what makes this movie work. It has also helped that the other editor on the film happened to be Mark Goldblatt, who would go on to become one of the hottest editors in Hollywood, working with James Cameron on Terminator 2. The school of Roger Corman gave many filmmakers their start, and Piranha is a testament to this. The movie even has a score composed by Pino Donaggio, which is integral to building suspense and enhancing the film's impact. Donaggio would go on to create some of the most memorable scores in horror. He scored the likes of the horror classic Don't Look Now, and would work with Brian De Palma on Carrie and Dressed to Kill, among many others. Piranha is a masterclass in low-budget filmmaking, and it has a list of craftspeople who would go on to become Hollywood legends. And this is all due to the talent of producer Roger Corman, who had the knack for discovering talent and exploiting it to its limits. It's no wonder the film works so well. The crew was phenomenal.
Grogan. Guts.
As well as being a hotbed of talent, a satire and a brief political commentary, what Piranha really is a horror movie at its core, and it does not pull any punches. Man, woman, person, or child, everyone gets attacked in Piranha. And there's some pretty savage scenes in the movie, so be ready for that if you do decide to give it a watch. The film does show its age, as it was made on a small budget in 1978, but it is clearly a Jaws ripoff. So that might put some viewers off, but for me, those things aren't really a drawback. That's just the nature of movies. Remakes and reimaginings have always come around. And if you are a horror fan, I would say that the Boneyard definitely recommends Joe Dante's Piranha. It has a bite, it certainly delivers. Thanks for watching. If you would like to hear more from me about Dante and other filmmakers, please remember to like and subscribe. Please share your own thoughts and feelings about this classic horror movie in the comments below. And as always, thank you all so much for listening.